Girl, it's what I heard. Allegedly, it's just the word. Allegedly, it's on the street. Allegedly, I sing to the beat. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly.
We've got another 40 minutes with Thick Tongue Carlos, so stay tuned. DJ Richie Sky is joining us, so this should actually be interesting. At least my speaker won't be covered in spittle. But Carlos, when you gonna have me on? When you gonna have me on? When? I want to talk about Candy Burst and the life story of Stowe. I want to talk about Elise Neal and the medical bills that you hold. So Carlos was triggered by this episode and he almost went on Instagram Live, his inner Sasha Fierce, aka Cortez, his messy side. But Carlos had to control him. You got too many names like Diddy. First it's Carlos, then it's Big Los, now it's Cortez. That's how you would say it, Cortez. I hope you habla español. So what triggered Carlos? Whose speech impediment? That's what I want to know. So he gonna explain it as Cortez the producer and Carlos the person. Big Los. Big Los. Maybe Big Lies, Big Los. He was triggered that no one had Wendy's back. Well, Ashley and Candace actually put aside their drama to have her back, and Kern did too. He was surprised that Mia knocked and nobody bucked up to defuse the situation. Well, I think Wendy bucked up for herself, but nobody was trying to fight Mia, and I think that shows how violent she is. Nobody wanted to get bopped. You saw Ashley, too close to me, too close to me. Karen was like, look, it's my birthday. Rob and Giselle were instigating. So let's talk about that. Them two was instigating, wanting the fight to go on. So it was 3 against 4. Actually, no, 3 on 3 because Candace wasn't even there yet. So you had Rob, Giselle, and Mia against Wendy, Ashley, and Karen. And Karen was trying to calm things down. Nobody was listening. And after seeing things get out of hand the last time, none of them was risking their check, getting booted off the show, demoted to friend of. He was also disturbed by Robyn's RMZ footage. Girl, now as someone who majored in psychology in college, Dr. Los here, how many names you gonna give yourself before the end of the episode? But recording isn't natural human behavior. It is now, and for messy Rob it is. Is getting fleeced out of your finances natural human behavior? I think not. I could see actually why Robyn did record, because she'll have access to that footage and can put it out and can say, oh no, this actually happened. Let's roll tape. I can bring it to the reunion. Because they will say, oh, well, it was this, it was that. Candace is still saying Monique didn't get hit with the glass. So I kind of see why she taped, just for self-preservation. Oh God, Giselle, I'm disappointed in, and she is the face of Housewives of Potomac, and I'll give you that. I don't know about one of the faces of Bravo, but definitely one of the necks. How is it Giselle's show? She only starts mess with other people. She has no business of her own. I felt that the ladies chose a good scene rather than try to be a good person. They're not good people. Giselle's own kids don't mess with it. That tells you everything. DJ Richie Sky said, I felt like she didn't have a friend in the room either. I was a bit triggered. It was bullying. It took us all back. Richie said Rob was trying to get it to World Star, and she was. She was saying, fight or shut up. Fight or shut up. Richie also said Rob and Gabrisi had so much to say when it was Monique, but now crickets. Carlos says, well, back in season 6, when Kenya Moore was on an island, I spoke with Nene and I said, I can't do a show where we isolate in one woman, so Nene, I need you to get it right with Kenya. Boo! Ice her out. If nobody gets along with her, nobody gets along with her. Keep it real. He wanted Gabrice and Gabrisi to get up and do what was right and say enough was enough. Oh, hell no. She ain't shit, she ain't shit, she ain't shit. Baby, she ain't shit. Carlos also didn't think it was funny with production letting them do the Robyn Dixon TMZ bit because it made it seem like production was making light of the moment too that wasn't funny. Then they get on Karen because Karen ain't say nothing. Oh, Carlos said, honestly, this season of Potomac ain't hidden like it should. All of these women are having unlikable moments, and I don't want to believe these women want to be around each other. It's fine that they don't want to be around each other because it was great to see Giselle get so flustered and agitated with Monique. They should have kept Monique. Honestly, they could get rid of Candace because she's a backstabbing little tart. Irritating as a wet fart. Always throwing a dart. Giselle and they could go. I feel like they have played out their sad little storylines, put those heifers out to pasture. We have milked them dry, literally. They're offering nothing. I'd like to see Ashley Cootless. Mia, too much lies. Too much lies, too much begging for the spotlight, always needing a moment. We don't need this violence. And if you had to get rid of Momo, get rid of Mimi. But nobody wants to be around Mia. Karen can't stand her and won't give her a moment. I don't blame her. We could even keep Karen, but half the cast is unlikable. That's why there are so many unlikable moments. We've been disliked Giselle and Rob. And Rob, putting her balls on the table this year just makes him look more of an ass. And we see why Juan wants nothing to do with his roommate. Carlos said, Giselle, I'm putting all the responsibility on you. Child, she ain't good with responsibility. So Carlos goes over a couple examples from Danielle's Staub to Phaedra versus Kenya and says, you let the reality play out, but after a while you're beating a dead horse, and either like Danielle Staub, you shove off the show, or like Kenya and Phaedra, you squash it and move on. Carlos thinks that Chris Bassett's Me Too moment is produced. So now that we've talked about that, we go on to what's upcoming this season. And we see Charisse's point on the show is to still talk about Karen's secret lover. But I would rather have a secret lover than be a lover's secret, like you. Now, I do agree with DJ Richie Sky. Candace, Ashley, and Karen are the most likable this season. Now, DJ Richie Sky, you really got chills when Candace was in the studio with Trina? You got chills? You might want to check your thermostat. You might have the vi. I check your temperature too, because chills from that, But DJ says, well, Karen was talking about Rob's affair, and Candace could have gotten that rumor about Karen from Charisse to try to get Karen pissy. Carlos said, I heard the rumors about Karen too. Carlos said, now look, I don't know if it's true or not, but I think Ray's cool with it if it is true. Because when an older man is past his Viagra years and he's married a PYT, the coot don't care if she get cocked somewhere else.
Karen and Ray may have an understanding. She can come and go. He don't think she is a hoe. Understanding is what you need. Get yourself a coot with understanding. You know those balls are old, but we were digging gold. What you need is a coot with understanding.
This is what Carlos has hoyed. From who? Erica Jane? DJ said, now I might not have heard nothing about Karen and Ray, but I have heard about Rob and her roommate. DJ said, I don't even have an issue with Rob and she blocked me. I don't know if Rob has blocked me, but I don't care what they do. I mean, remember when Angel B. Curio from Pose blocked me? I was like, I didn't even tag you and I was cursing out your girl. You weren't even involved. DJ said he wants Rob to stand out on her own and be her own person. Well, she is, and it's shitty. He said, I'm sick of her now. I'm tired of the caps. I'm tired of the engagement. You ain't got nothing to offer. DJ wants to know how they got back on financial track. Real Housewives. That's how. The show. And the caps that you don't want to hear about. Those caps apparently sold. Oh, now Juan and Rob made co-parenting work because neither one of them could afford to move out until 2 years ago. So when you gotta be in the house, it's easy to co-parent and roommate. DJ said at times Juan seems so uninterested in where Rob wants to see the story. No, honey, she's just not interested in Rob. Point blank period. He wanted to cut and run after the divorce, but he couldn't put cheese on a Whopper. So he had to stay. This is a dutiful relationship. Juan don't want to be there. Juan loves his boys, but he's tired of his boy, Rob. You think Rob has the potential to be great? Child, I gotta move my bowels on that kind of bullshit. She ain't done shit in 7 seasons, but she's got potential to be great? Okay. I'm still a fan of yours, DJ, though. I'm still a fan. We can disagree. Oh, God, we gotta talk about Love and Marriage DC for the fuck what? Didn't nobody watch that shit? Monique got kicked off, so clearly it wasn't that good. You know what? We can end it here. That's enough for your thick tongue for one day.
Alleged what? Alleged who? Allegedly, allegedly. Don't blame, don't sue. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly.